Hey guys, and welcome to J Soccer Tips. My name is Jay, the King of Odds, and in this video today, I'll be sharing with you how I get double chance for most of my winning tickets on my membership. This particular double chance odds I'll be sharing with you are odds that when you play them, they are ranging from 1.2 to 1.3 odds when making these predictions. Now, if you're new to the channel, kindly turn on post notification, like and share this video so you don't miss out on future updates from J Soccer Tips. This will do well to help me keep dishing out more videos like this and more insights like this in the future. So the odds we'll be looking out for are on RedScores. Like I said, watch my betting odds explained if you are new to using match odds in making predictions. This will help you understand betting odds and how it works so you can actually make sense of this video. What we're going to do is head over to RedScores where we have bet365 odds and then search for, using Ctrl F, we search for 1.9 odd. Now another thing to note is that this is Saturday 10th January 2026, and I've saved this page this morning when I came online. The reason I save my pages is that it doesn't get to reload when making predictions and my odd does not get to change. So it's better to just leave it at that particular odd so I don't bother about odd changes when making predictions. Whatever I get now is what I'll be using in making the prediction. So I search for 1.9 odd. As this is the odds we are going to be looking out for. There are many other odds that can give you double chance, but this one is one of those odds I can actually use to form a good ticket. Now, you can see for this first option we got Bologna versus Bologna. Now, this is a game that is in the FA Cup, and most of you already know that I do not play cup games. And the reason I don't play cup games is because these tournaments, the smaller teams might disappoint the big teams. That is where you see teams like Portugal losing to teams like Iran. So you want to avoid cup games if you actually are like me, that don't like playing cup games and don't like upsets on your ticket. Some people have played cup games with my odds and they are winning a lot of matches. But I just believe with cup games, both teams are on high morals and the opponents, the lower team, might feel they want to make history. I don't want to bank my money on something that can take it. So most times I see betting as an investment. You want to invest in the right stock, the right guys that would give you the outcome you want. So for cup games, I would avoid this game, even though this was a very good game I can go for. If I do my analysis now, I might see that this might be a poor game to go for, but I don't want to focus on analysis in this video. This video is all about making predictions with the match odd without having to do analysis and see how many of these for the day would give us the percentage of these games that would actually give us double chance. You can see there are a lot of these games for today. So the percentage of these games giving us double chance will tell you how potent this particular odd is for double chance. Now, you don't need all these games to actually win your ticket. You only need a few, 1, 2 or 3 on your ticket, and you're getting 4 odds when you combine with other odds. That is the wisdom in making bet predictions. You don't need to play every single thing you see. So for this, we have Bologna 1.9 odd. I will not be focusing on this. We can keep on scrolling for another. And we find Betis here 1.9 odd. And if we come over to Soccer 24, let's do a quick analysis to actually just see if Betis is a great game to give us double chance. So this is Betis, and open a new tab. We head over to standings. Remember, I have a video on straight win analysis. I have a video on over goods analysis. All these videos will actually help you in making analysis when you need to make analysis, just in cases like this. If you head over to standings, which I've explained why you should go to standings, and then the home team and away team in my video for straight win analysis, you would already know this. You come over to check the table. The table, first of all, tells you that Betis is above Oviedo. Oviedo is at the bottom, Betis is above them. Now, you can easily see that even without proceeding, these guys obviously have every reason to win this game with 1.9 odd, despite being away. But the reason I would not pick this is because they are away. And there's something about the home team, home advantage in football that just tends to make the away teams weaker. So I would not want to pick the away team if I have not gotten the best home teams. So most times I keep this, I just write it down on my notepad or wherever on paper, and then come back after I've gotten the best home games and then start using the away teams and adding up to my ticket. But the home teams always do have an advantage in football predictions, so you want to go for the home teams first. Now, this is a game we are just going to do the analysis and verify that these teams will actually win but I would not have picked this as one of the double chance matches I would actually pick. It's a good game and also has a draw odd that is also a good odd. Now, this is Betis. If we come over to the head-to-head, Oviedo, you can see their last matches for Oviedo has been draw. So the win, where is the win coming from? The bookies know that they are at the bottom of the league, but even at that, their home team has been draws, meaning they are difficult to beat at home. And then you have Betis. If you come over to the head-to-head, let's first look at the head-to-head of previous matches. The last met in 2000, that's when the last met, 1998. And so these guys, one of them has been a low division team, all through. One of them has been a low division team, and you can tell it's Oviedo because I know Betis is in La Liga. Betis is one of the top teams. They've played Barcelona, so they have a lot of experience in defeating this type of teams. So you can go over to Betis now and see that they've won their last 3 matches out of 5 and gotten 1 loss, 1 draw. So for the outcome, the head-to-head, but Betis have only won twice. And you can see the rest has been low scoring. That's what I said about low scoring leagues. Make sure to watch my video on low scoring leagues. It has been low scoring. It has been full-time draw, sometimes 1 goal margin. So you want to make sure you are doing a proper analysis. Now, if we don't need to actually see who relegated or who was promoted because it's Betis. It's Oviedo, obviously. So from the club friendly, if we go down, club friendly, you can see this is the last club friendly and Betis was in La Liga. While if we come over to Oviedo, scroll down, open up more tabs, and from the club friendly, you can see this is La Liga 2. So these guys were promoted into La Liga, and that is why these guys are the favorites to actually play as double chance. Betis to actually play as double chance. The only reason I would not pick them now if I was making predictions was because they are away. I've seen games where teams like Napoli having 1.9 odd away can actually lose. They've lost. So you want to make sure you're going for the home first, and then the away comes in after when you are now sure that, okay, you've gotten the necessary matches you need. So any game can lose both home and away, but it's safer when you go for the home first because they have this home advantage than the away. But this game, I believe Betis is going to get a double chance here or win this game. Now, we can keep on scrolling to find other 1.9 odd on here. And we have Como in Italy, another low scoring league, Italy. So you can see that most of these games are coming from the low scoring leagues. Most of these 1.9 odd are coming from the low scoring leagues. And that is because the bookies know tough leagues when they see one. So with Como, we can just do a quick analysis, but this is one game I would not even want to analyze, and I will just pick as a double chance because it falls with the right conditions I need to get double chance. So this is Como, and let's search for Como and do a quick analysis to actually see if the bookie are telling us something true about this 1.95 odd, and let's see why they said this game is a game that will likely give us double chance. So we head over to open this in new tab, and we're having standings. You come over to the standings, check this out. Win, lost. So Como is above Bologna, and one of this team is a top team. One of this is the low division team. I think I know Como is from the low division league, and Bologna, I've seen them in Italy a lot, so I believe this is the top team. But if we want to do further and see if this table is actually accurate, Bologna might defeat these guys or Como might defeat them. You don't know. But let's come over to the head-to-head. With Como at home, you select the home tab first, and then you can see in 2003, Como defeated Bologna, and in 2024, they had a draw. So Como is a team that you cannot write off. The bookies knew why they give these guys 1.95 odd, but we also know why they said 1.95 odd is not a guaranteed odd for a win. So we have to know why it is not a guaranteed odd for a win, even though they've been the best team when both of them met. They've been the best. We can actually do that by heading over to Bologna outcome and actually see what Bologna, the last match they played in 2024, and actually see where these guys are coming from, the leagues they are coming from. So in 2024, the standings, this is Serie A also, and Bologna is above Como, but this is the team that is just below Bologna. So even though they are at 49 points, which is close to 50, it's just like a 11 point gap or so, 12 point gap or so. You can see that these guys are both of similar strength. That is why they are having this position on the table. They are both fighting for something. So I believe Bologna qualified for Europa League, and that both of them were fighting for something. But this tells you that this is the tight game, and Como is justified for having 1.95 odd, because from the history we've seen here, these guys have not lost to Bologna, so they have an unbeaten record to keep against this team. And then Bologna is the team that, even from the league table, has struggled against them. Now, if we go back to that main standings for the main league, Como is above them this season. So the bookies know that this game is not going to be a walkover for Bologna, even though they are the best team or a better team. This is going to be a tough match. So 1.95 odd is one of those odds you just want to pick as double chance and make your predictions on there as double chance. So I would gladly pick this as double chance for Como and trust them to not lose today. We can also go through other games and see what they are to give us. Luton is another game, double chance. I would go for this without having to do analysis. I would just go for this. But let's just see what Luton delivers for us or says about the analysis. Luton just started. This is 0-0, but we can still do some quick analysis to see what they are actually about. So 1.90, 1.95 are the odds you are to consider making these double chance predictions. So for standings, Luton, we have to see who is the top team and who is not the best team to go for. So Luton is below Stevenage with 2 points. And if we head over to the head-to-head, Luton in 2017, that was the last time they played Stevenage, and Stevenage has won their out of 5 matches. They've won 3 matches, and then draw 1, and then Luton won 1, which was in 2017. So if we head over to the 2017 outcome to actually see who was relegated from League 1 or League 2, this is the League 2 game, and then we have the League 1, which they are currently playing on. If we want to see who was relegated, we can scroll down to actually use that to identify the better team. Luton was coming from the Championship, so Luton is the better team. First off, by seeing this, you know any team from the Championship is better than the team in League 1. The League 1 team is better than the team in League 2. So Luton, this has given it away that this is the top team first off, and the bookies knew that and why they gave 1.9 odd. So despite you seeing all this from the past, Luton has proven themselves to be better off than Stevenage by going to the Championship. Championship was just too strong for them. They were relegated back to League 1, where they met Stevenage again. Now, if I come over to Stevenage away, or just come over to the second match, which is 2016, and see what happened there, since we already know that Luton is the top team in the Championship, we can go over to the standings in 2016 and see what we get. So you can also see in 2016, Luton was above Stevenage in this league, which is League 2. Luton was above Stevenage in League 2. So that tells you that Luton has been consistent in their form. They are the better team than Stevenage. So seeing 1.9 odd is not like the bookies just gave them that odd. Even though you want to go for the normal standings for this current season, where both of them are on the same table, you can tell that Luton might come above these guys just by winning this game. But Stevenage is also having the better run of form this season. That is why they are above Luton, and they might not want to lose this game. So instead of the game being a straight win, outright straight win for Luton, bookies gave them a double chance odd, because it's possible that they might not actually climb above Stevenage, despite them being the superior team, because Stevenage is also not a bad team this season. So you can understand the technicalities when you do analysis to back up your odd. This is how you can actually get some meaning behind why the bookies put a certain odds that they did put. So my video on match odd analysis, straight win analysis, undergoes and all that can actually help you in making better predictions when you know your odds already. If you don't know the odds, get my ebook to actually get the match odds that I've written out there to help you make better predictions. So these are just little things that you need to know about match odds. Let's just go through this and see other odds that we have for today, and then we'll come back at the end of the day to actually see how many of these odds will be giving us double chance. So from Luton, We have Andorra. I could have picked this as well. It's in Spain, Liga 2, which is also a low-scoring league. This is a league that I can actually make predictions on and actually get my predictions right. So we keep on scrolling. Italy as well, Frosinone, Monza. We can go for this, but this is away. We can actually go for this like this as double chance. Like I said, you don't need to play everything you find. You can just pick the best few games and make up your ticket. Knowing all this odds is useless if you do not have a structure to work with. Now, other odds like Vanarama National League, these kind of teams now, I would not want to go ahead and pick games from teams like this because it's from lower division amateur leagues. I would rather come for goals in leagues like this. Most times, only when I don't have better options do I come over here and pick games from these leagues like this. So these are other leagues postponed. Amateur league as well. Even though this can actually give you double chance, it's just my preference since I already have a structure and I'm not going to pick everything I find for the day. So sometimes I may not have any reason to pick games from these leagues because I've already gotten my 4 odd ticket, my 2 odd ticket, and it's just consisting of maybe 5 games, 4 games on that ticket. So we are having a lot of games here. So getting 5 games, it's very easy when you have a lot of games. So we can keep on scrolling to just see how many we have for the day. This, I can go for this because it's Greece. It's a low scoring league as well. You can go for this as double chance. This, I would not want to go for this as well since it's an amateur league. Netherlands, also high scoring. You should be looking out for goals. Like I said, there are videos I have that points you to leagues that can help you out. Most people just use the odds without knowing what leagues to go for and what leagues are important when making your predictions. So Saudi Arabia, I don't pick games from this league, even though you might just consider picking. Some people might consider, but I feel this is the home of fixed matches. They fix a lot of games on the Saudi league, so I tend to kind of avoid anything that happens to do with Saudi. I don't care about the Ronaldo buzz. I just tend to avoid Saudi. Another league is Turkey. I don't play from Turkey. I can't avoid this. So I'm not lucky with leagues like this. I feel they are fixed. A lot of funny results come out from leagues like this. This is Scotland, another league I tend to avoid. I don't play from Scotland. So most of you follow me on WhatsApp, who see my WhatsApp status, you would all notice that there are some teams you will not see me pick and there are some leagues you will not see me pick. These are simple reasons I tend to avoid leagues like this. Like, it's just bias. I have this bias against some certain leagues and you will not see me play games like that. So let's scroll to, this is Spain Premier Division. You can consider making predictions from this, even though it's Spain Amateur League, but it's better than the England Amateur League since Spain is known for being low scoring. So this, you can actually go for this, all these games in Spain. You can actually consider all this in Spain. So we'll come back at the end of the day to actually see what these games deliver for us. So welcome back to the second half of this video where we'll go through the games that I picked out today using the odds that I actually called out for you that you need to know about when making these double chances predictions. So we're going to go through these games and actually see how many of these games deliver that outcome for us. So let's go through RedScores to actually get those games, which we indicated was 1.9. The odd was 1.9, and then go through each one of these. Remember I said Bologna, I was not going to pick this game in the morning because it's a cup game. So let's just go over to see what they actually delivered for us. This is midnight currently, and Bologna. Now this is Bologna versus Burton, and these guys actually lost 5-0. And remember what I said about cup games, that cup games, there is no weak team in cup games. When playing cup games, anybody can actually come up and upset anybody. There's no big team, there's no small team. Everybody is highly motivated, and that is why I tend to avoid playing matches that are cup matches, cup tournaments, friendly games. I just avoid games like that where I don't feel they are worthy enough to get my money as something I should invest in. So that is one reason, you can see for me, that is one reason why you should not play cup matches and expect this to actually work. So I avoided this Bournemouth and we went down to check for other games. And Betis was another game we saw today. Betis was 1.9 all the way. I said I was not going to pick this because it was away, but let's head over to check what Betis actually gave us for today. Now, Betis actually gave us the double chance. They played 1-1, so they did not win, they did not lose. And we did the analysis in the first half of this video. We actually saw that Betis was a good team, and we saw all the conditions that were leading us to pick double chance for this particular game. And you can see from this video now, from this second half of this video now, that Betis did not actually lose this game, but they did not also win, making it a double chance win for us if we had picked this. Double chance odd is usually around 1.2, 1.3 odd, and that is one of the good things about double chance. You can use this in creating your 2 odd max bet ticket just by adding 2 or 3 of these games in a ticket, and you're getting a good 2 odd ticket. So you can see the Betis actually did not lose, did not win, and it's a double chance. That is one out of I'll start counting from here because I'm not going to add the cup game to these odds for today. So we're going to start with counting from Betis. This is 1. We've gotten 1 win from this particular odd on double chance. So if I come down and keep on scrolling, we have Como as the next game. Como 1.95, where I said you can also use it as double chance in making predictions. So we'll search for Como. And as you can see, Como also delivered double chance. This is 1-1. Como also delivered double chance. Remember I said that these games can also give you full-time draw and half-time draw, depending on how well you know how to read the odds. And if you also have my ebook, you can know things that I see already that can give you full-time draw. Some of you have my ebook already know, just by looking at this, you know why some of these games will give you a full-time draw, half-time draw. So it's not just random. The odds do have meanings. So we can actually go back to Betis to see if they give us half-time draw. Let's just check that out. They did give us half-time draw and then full-time draw. So you see, there are some odds that are on my ebook that people already know what these things do mean. So for Como, we saw that Como gave us 1-1. I will not proceed to check out the half-time draw and all that. We are looking out for double chances. So the next game was Luton. We've gotten 2 wins now out of 2. Luton 1.9 odd. Let's head over to Luton. Now you can see Luton actually won 2-1. So this is 3 wins out of 3 games we've seen with that particular odd. Luton was the first win now, and it's another double chance. So if you play this Betis, Como and Luton, you've gotten something around 2 odds or so when making predictions for double chance. Now I'm not saying go pick all the games for 1.9 odd as double chance. You can mix it up, get a structure, but these are things that would actually help improve your predictions. So let's head over to the next game. Let's make this video very quick. Head over to the next, and Andorra, Spain, low scoring league. I said that in the first half of this video. So we search for Andorra, and we are having Andorra here. It's 1-1. Andorra ended 1-1, so I didn't need to open this tab even. So it ended 1-1, and another double chance won. So we have 4 double chance win out of 4 games so far. Andorra from Spain, Liga 2. So we head over to check another one, Frosinone, and then Monza. Monza is away, Frosinone at home. So Frosinone actually won 2-0. You can see this double chance as well. If you had picked this as double chance using the 1.9 odd, Frosinone also won 2-0. And now Monza, where is Monza? Monza lost this game 1-0. Like I said in the first half of this video, the away, I don't usually go for the away team because I prefer to focus on the home team before considering the away team. There's always home advantage when making predictions. So there are many games that you might lose because they're just away, not because the teams are not good enough. But that 12th man on the pitch, the fans, the conditions and all that, so the ref would help that home team. So it's always better to consider the home advantage when making predictions. First go for the home before you consider the away outcome. So you can see Monza lost this game and they are away. So that away factor is always there. So from 5 games, we've won 4 and lost just 1. And that one is the away game, which I would not have picked if I was making predictions, I would have picked from those other 4 games that I've already won before I even go to consider Monza away. Now we'll get to go down and see Shipan and Tam. Like I said, this is a low division league, even though they can still deliver this, but I would kind of avoid lower divisions. But let's check out Shipan and Town. So this game was postponed. National League South, Chippenham Town, it was postponed. We can't get any outcome from this particular match. So we assume that this is out of the picture for us. And the next one is ML. ML is away, 1.95. ML actually gave us double chance, 2-1. They gave us double chance. So this actually played out. So if we have 6 games so far, we've won 5, lost just 1 of double chances using this particular odds. Now we have the next one, Cousin. Cousin was postponed, so no need to go there. Then we have another one from the England lower divisions, non-league Premier Northern. We have Ikeston Town. I don't know how to pronounce these names, but Ikeston Town, is it LK? LLK. Okay, I will search for Muppet instead, which is the opponent's name. And you can see Ikeston Town actually scored 3-1 in this game. So they gave us double chance as well. Now we've gotten 7 games, 6 wins, just 1 loss so far with 7 games, 6 wins. So that is what this particular odd does for you when you use it in making double chances. Your chances of winning this particular outcome, double chance, actually increases using this particular odds. There are other odds that can get you double chance. But for this video, we're talking about just this particular 1.9 odd, using it to get double chance. There are many ways you can actually use it: half-time draw, full-time draw, but it's based on how experienced you are, or if you have my ebook and how to combine odds. But for now, this is what this particular odd can give you on average. So we head over to Ednesford Town and see what they gave us. Ednesford was postponed, so we can't get any outcome from this particular game. And we have from Greece Super League 2, Kampianakos, which is a low scoring league as well. Greece, we can actually consider this in making predictions. Let's see what they gave us. Campania. Now we have Kampianakos 2-1, another double chance game. So we've gotten 8 games so far, 7 wins, 1 loss. Double chance. So you can see that the percentage chance of winning this has been 90% so far with just 1 loss. 90%, that's what we've had. And this tells you a lot about this odd. All you need to know about this odd, that this is very potent odd for double chance. So if you have not gotten my ebook, you can hit me up with the numbers on your screen or in the pinned comments. My number will be there. Hit me up on WhatsApp to get the ebook. And if you want to become a member for JSoccer Tips, you can hit me up on WhatsApp. The number is also in the pinned comments. Hit me up and let's get talking. And if you're also new to the channel, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Like, subscribe, and share to help me keep dishing out more insights to you guys. So we'll go to the next one. And we have HSV OEK. I said I was not going to pick Netherlands because it's an amateur team and they score a lot of goals. But let's just see what these guys actually gave us, because sometimes odds never lie. Let's just see what they're going to give us with this particular odd. Now this game was postponed as well, so the Netherlands game was postponed, so there was no point even going to this game. Now we have the Saudi. I said I was not going to pick Saudi games because I believe they fixed a lot of games in Saudi. So let's see what actually came up with this game with Saudi Suko. Okay, I'll search for Fateh. Now you can see Fateh actually won this game. The home team lost this game. Now that is the thing with Saudi. Now if I had gone for Saudi, this would have been another loss, but I usually do not play from the Saudi league. And most people, when you lose from Saudi league, you might blame the odd, you might blame my analysis, but I feel sometimes it's more than just the odd, it's more than just the analysis, that these guys do fix games, or these guys just have a way of playing that does not go with logic. So I tend to avoid Saudi, I tend to avoid Turkey and some other leagues where I don't make predictions from. So this is one of those games I would have avoided this morning. Like I said in the earlier part of this video, I would have avoided this. And you can see here they actually did not win this game. They actually lost. So double chance did not play out here. So maybe you might want to avoid Saudi Professional League as well. But if it works for you, fine. I just don't play from this place because it doesn't work for me. So let's keep on scrolling and seeing what other games are left. Now we have Scotland. I also told you that I don't like playing from Scotland as well in the first part of this video. Now let's see what they gave us with this particular game, Montrose. Now this game was postponed, so we can't get any outcome from this Scotland league, but I usually don't play from Scotland because Celtic and Rangers have actually disappointed me for so many years. I just had to give up on this particular league. Something is just weird about this league, so I left it for you guys. I'm betting on other leagues, not this. So we come over to Spain and we're seeing Racing Ferrol. So now this is Racing Ferrol. Racing Ferrol lost this game and we can see they have a red card. So this might be beyond our control. Things like this might be beyond our control when using odds and making predictions. Now a red card can actually impact the game in ways that would not favor you. Now let's see when this red card actually came about. And we can see the first half was a draw, which is also tending to what we explained about using these odds to make draws. And the red card came in the second half. It was an early red card, and that is why these guys managed to get a win. So that is why this game actually played out like this. It was because of the red card. We can go back and keep on scrolling. Now we have Guadalajara. So let's see for that. This played 1-1. Still, now we have I think this is 10 games now, and we have 8 wins. We are going to count this Racing Club with a red card. So we have 2 losses, 10 games, 2 losses. Now this is still a very good percentage for you when it comes to making predictions for double chance. This is also very high. So you can see that this particular odd is very potent when using it in making these predictions. So for the next one, we have Europa, Spain. And you can see Europa played 0-0. This is Europa versus Alcoron, played 0-0. Another double chance. We're having 11 matches now. Another double chance from this. We have Deportivo La Coruna versus Curuxo. Now you can see this Curuxo, Deportivo, whatever it is. But you can see they won 2-1. And this is actually another double chance played. So the number of double chances we've gotten just without having to do analysis and using this 1.9 odd is already high. So sometimes the analysis might actually make you make the wrong predictions. So it's better to just use I actually make use of predictions, make use of odds without having to make use of any analysis. I only tend to do analysis when I want to be certain, I want to be sure that the odd is not misleading me. So I can use my analysis to verify, but most times, in most cases, the odds will actually point you to the right outcome for that match. I already explained this in Betting Odd Explained video, and I already explained it in a lot of my videos, how the odds do work. So you can use that to your advantage. Now this is Deportivo La Coruna 2, and we have Thailand. I said I was not going to pick games from Thailand. I don't pick based on the time zone, but let's see what they give us. It's still another 1-1, another double chance, but I don't pick games from Thailand, from Asian League based on time zone. I'm not able to meet up with these games. So that is the last for today, and you can see we only got 2 losses for this 1.9 odd for double chance, why using them as double chance games. So that is it for this video. Make sure to subscribe, turn on post notification, like and share this video. And also don't forget, if you want to become a member, you can hit me up on WhatsApp. The number is in the pinned comment. And if you also want to get my ebook, use the same number on the pinned comment. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.